with your girl, DJ Miss Stylez. And right now, I am in tune, locked and loaded with the man, the myth, the legend. I'm on with Torae. Torae, let's talk about this EP, man.
Word, yeah, new EP out right now. Yeah, all praises due. 8 joints in total.
I like when I clicked the intro, because I went to Amazon, I'm like, let me see what he really working with. Let me see what's going on. And I clicked it, and it brought me back home, if that makes sense to you. It's so boom bap and it sounds so New York to me. And I was just like, man, here we go. I was excited from the moment I clicked play. So
thank you. I love that.
Tell me, what was the process in putting this project together?
It was rather simple. You know, anybody who is familiar with me and my career, I'm definitely not one of those artists that like put out an album every year. You know, I usually only put out albums when I'm inspired, like when I have a new conversation to bring to the table. I got some new experiences, some new talk, some new life lessons. You know what I'm saying? That's when I have the conversation, and I'm in album mode. But since 2016, Entitled, which was my sophomore album, you know, people have been asking, yo, what's up with your music? And, you know, I hear you on the radio, you know, but I want to be, you know, if not the first to do it, then definitely the best to do it. I want to show that you can have duality in this industry, personality, and I can be a high caliber recording artist at the same time, you know, and do both to a very, very serious degree.
So let's talk family a little bit. I know you're a family man, and this is really important for me because I'm like a super present mom. I see that you created a podcast with your daughter, Taylor, which is beautiful. It's called Family Matters with Torae and Taylor. Tell me about that a little bit. How did that come about? And, you know, what's the experience like? Cause, I mean, she's a teenager, having a teenage daughter, and you're in the industry. I mean, I'm sure there are so many different angles I can approach this question from. But just give me a little synopsis of what it's like having a teenage daughter as a father in the industry.
I mean, you know, Taylor's my first child, my only daughter, the love of my life. And we would always have, like, really amazing conversations. You know, people that know us personally always commend our relationship and, you know, just talk about how tight we are. And, you know, for us, like, making it a public thing was really easy and natural because these are the same conversations we have when the mics are off. You know, these are the same conversations that we've been having when I drive her to school or when I pick her up or when we in the crib. So, you know, like, it kind of started as a joke, like, yo, let's do a podcast, let's talk about it, you know. And, you know, just kind of as we played around with it, the idea definitely started to become more and more realistic. And, you know, we put it out, I think, for a number of reasons. I think, first and foremost, it's just a dope conversation to have, you know, when you look at the mindset and the thoughts of a 16-year-old female as opposed to her dad, you know, with my own set of ideas on music, on life, on culture, on sexuality, on it's so many things, you know, so many topics. In addition to that, I thought that it would be therapeutic for some who maybe didn't know how to have these conversations or didn't know how to break the ice. You know, I had made a promise to my brother, Combat Jack, rest in peace. You know, when he and I were talking about me entering the podcast space and we were going back and forth on ideas, just trying to figure out, you know, what I wanted to do because there's already a drink champ. There's already you know, so many different podcasts. There's already a Combat Jack show. There's already a Joe Button podcast. So it was like, what's going to be my entry? What's going to be my conversation? Yeah, right. What's the lane? I want to do something different. And, you know, like when Taylor and I came up with the idea and I brought it back to Combat Jack, you know, he loved it. He was like, yo, that's dope. I think it's great. Let's do it. And then, unfortunately, he passed away before he got a chance to see it come to fruition. And I wanted to just, you know, I wanted to just keep that promise to him and make sure that this idea really came to life because it was something that we talked about getting done, and I wanted to see it through.
Okay, that's I didn't know about that. So there's a hidden layer in that makes it even more special. So getting back to this EP, let's talk about Take Note.
You know, it was one of the last record phrasing I did for the project. He sent me the beat, and he was like, you know, I don't know if this is the type of project that needs singles, you know. And I was like, nah, we're not chasing singles. We're not making a club record, a radio record, a record. Yeah, we just gonna put together some dope songs. And then I pressed play on the beat, and I was like, well, if anything was gonna be the single, this would be it. You know, I think it had a great feel. I felt like, you know, it was something that could be accepted by obviously the head, but also, you know, having that familiar piece in it. I think just the content, the way I took the lyrics and what I decided to do with it, you know, I felt like it made it a little more universal, a little more well-rounded, but still keeping it very true to Torae and very hip-hop. And I mean, I loved it. As soon as I heard the beat, I loved it. I added some layers to it. Like I brought the harmonies in on the hook. I called my man Sean Taylor to play the trumpet on it, you know, and just added some pieces to it that I thought would take it up a notch. But it was already like a super dope composition. It was actually composed from an Ant-Man Wonder example. So shout out to Ant-Man Wonder for kind of putting the source material together, and then Praise it, and I added, you know, my last thing, and we made it a joint.
Tell me about the collabs on the project. I mean, obviously Praise is the producer, but
yeah, Praise did all the beat, and then again, this is something that I wanted to give to my audience while I'm between album, because they continue to ask me. Like, the dope thing of having social media is that you can talk direct to the people, you know, and I've always been a DIY, direct to audience kind of artist. So when they hit me repeatedly, like, yo, where's the new music? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be remiss not to give them what they're asking for. And so I didn't really want to call anybody in, wait on verses, and, you know, I didn't want to do industry shit. I wanted to get in there, cook up, and put it out for the people. Mm-hmm. You know, even as I took my meetings with different labels and companies, and they were like, yeah, you know, we can do X, Y, Z, and we can put it out first quarter next year. And I'm like, nah, man, the people been waiting. I told the people it was coming 2018, and if I don't keep my word to my audience, then, you know, then I lose their trust, and I lose them. So I put it out. I did no features. You know, I got some amazing vocalists, a dope DJ, Boogie Blind. I got some amazing vocalists, some amazing, you know, instrumentalists and people that, musicians. So you got some amazing musicians on it. And, you know, and then it's Torae on the bars.
Okay. I'm loving it. One more thing about this this EP. If you had to describe the EP in one word, the sound of the EP, what would it be?
I think you described it. I made reference to the fact that I loved it, that it reminded you of home, and it sounds so New York. You know, I think that when music now, you know, is a lot less regional. You know, you can hear an artist and not necessarily know if that artist is from the West Coast or from the South or up north of Canada or anywhere in the world. You know, I think that the lines are so blurred now. You know, you can't really tell where artists are from. And that's not black people. When you hear me, I want you to think about, you know, chill in the air, the hoodie tied up, you know, right to your neck, Timbs on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
let me give you the vision real quick. When I was listening, I was in Coney Island with my Timbs on. I had on jeans with my Timbs and a white thermal, because you know the New York, you know how it goes. You
Yes, with a white thermal. Even is very, very New York, very Brooklyn, super Coney Island. That's the feel. That's the feel of my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the feel of my music. And when you think Steven Winston, you're really like, he's from Brooklyn. Okay, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear the words that I use, when you hear the delivery, when you hear the music selection, I want you to instantly be transformed to that place. I don't care wherever you see Torae's name or you see that IA logo, I want you to automatically associate it with quality work, you know, authenticity, hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, and never nothing watered down and never nothing, you know, that's compromising. So any project that I'm involved with moving forward, you know, in the duration of my career, always just quality work, and I want to just continue to build on that foundation I created.
I love it. And where can the people, plug the show, tour guide?
Sirius XM, Hip Hop, where I met the lovely DJ Ms. Stylez, who helped me early on, and, you know, but when I just started, because I didn't come from a radio space or, you know, a communication space outside of obviously and recording artists and performing, but, you know, radio was a different monster, and, you know, just chopping it up with Stylez and watching her lead by example, you know, I learned a lot of valuable lessons in how to have a show. And with that said, you can catch it Monday through Friday. Actually, Monday through Saturday.
I was about to say Monday through Saturday, brother.
Yeah, they don't want to give me the weekend off, which is crazy. Monday through Saturday, Sirius XM Hip Hop Nation. Weekdays 5 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sirius XM's channel 44, Hip Hop Nation. It's Torae.com, and, you know, if all else fails, just put the name in the search engine, and I'm sure something crazy will come up.
Okay, I'm going to send all of our subscribers over to your page to get that merch bundle. I saw that.
Appreciate it.
I'm saying I'm going to need one of those. But, yes, definitely, we definitely appreciate you over here at NoMoreVinyl.com, Torae, and we look forward to more greatness.